You will see those photos in front of them and surrounding you, and will remind you of those happy moments every day.
Hi, I'm John Morgera from PGP Wedding Films, and welcome to Say Yes to the Best, where we talk to the best wedding pros to help you with your wedding planning. Today, I'm with Yana Shellman of Yana Shellman Photography. How you doing, Yana?
Hello, good. Thank you so much for having me.
How did you get into wedding photography?
I always liked photography, and I liked getting detailed photos of all the pretty things together. So people started asking me, taking pictures at the baby showers, bridal showers, and then they started paying me. So I'm like, okay, that works. I will take it.
Yeah, thank you, right?
I know, right? Exactly. And then I really wanted to go full time with wedding photography, because that was my main choice, to go into wedding photography. And then I did have a corporate job that I was working at, and I kept working at the job and doing photography on the side, and it was part-time, even though the hours were not part-time. It was full-time, a lot of work. And then 2 years ago, I was able to go full-time with my wedding photography business, and that was the exciting things for me right now.
Awesome. What is your favorite thing about being a wedding photographer?
I pretty much love all of it. It is, I love the love and connection between two people, seeing them on the happiest, not happiest, because there are other happier days that are coming their way, but like it's such an exciting, beautiful day, and people are beautiful, and it is a wonderful day for people to celebrate together and spend time together. So that's my favorite part, people.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Filming weddings, it's just, you're seeing people at such a happy time. I think I can count on definitely one hand, if not one finger, the amount of times that I've seen any sort of animosity. It's just people coming together and being happy. And it's really fun to be able to help people share that.
I agree. It is a wonderful day to be a part of, and very honorable to when people invite you into a wedding day to witness it. Absolutely.
So today, Yana is going to give her top 5 tips for your wedding photography.
So my tip number 1 would be, I don't think they're going in any order of importance, because all of them are important. So tip number 1 would be, choose a getting ready location with lots of natural lights, of lots of windows. I feel like natural light will be preferred by any photographer, no matter what kind of style of photography. Either they prefer natural light, or if they love artificial light, soft boxes, or flashes, they will appreciate having lots of natural light, because everyone's skin tones look very natural and very beautiful, and it just works really well for photography. Tip number 2 is, choose a venue like the ballroom or the tent with white walls. And being here at the Tyler Garden is perfect right now, that we are witnessing having a white tent. The reason for that is that the flash, most of the receptions happen during nighttime and when it gets a little bit darker. So when photographers use flash, if the flash bounces off of the white surface, white walls or white tents, the light is the cleanest and the skin tones look the best for everyone. So if you have a choice of the venue, I would always suggest to go with the venue with the white, or at least the something that looks closer to white. My tip number 3 is, wear comfortable attire for both brides and grooms, no matter what style you're going for. And I understand that some people want more fitted dresses and more fitted suits or tuxes. And there are lots and lots of wonderful designers that create beautiful dresses and beautiful tuxes. So I always encourage my couples to try on the dress or try on the tux, try to sit down in it, try to dance in the fitting room, because if you are comfortable on your wedding day, you will feel good. And if you feel good, then you can just enjoy your day better, and it will help you move with posing, or anything that your photographer is going to ask you to do, or anything that you want to do on your wedding day. It will be so much easier for you to just do your thing and enjoy the day and get the pictures in a lot better and more complimentary way if you're feeling comfortable. Tip number 4 would be to do a hair and makeup trial. And I know that it is very popular that most of the brides do their hair and makeup trial, and I encourage this so much. And if you did not have it in your plans, make sure that you do ask for one. The reason for it is that you want to make sure that the colors you are picking and the colors that your hairstylist, your makeup person is using is definitely complementary for your skin tones, and you are sure that you love the look that you're going for, because sometimes seeing something on Pinterest or on Google might look very beautiful, but all of us have such unique shapes of our faces, noses, cheeks, and sometimes you think you are going to love this style and it might not be really looking good on you. So if you choose something, you need to try it and make sure that you love the look that you're going for. Because if you are not happy with how you look in real life, you probably will not enjoy seeing your pictures afterwards, and it will be very sad that you spent all this time getting ready and at the end you're not happy with the photos. So try it on, take a selfie, maybe even go for an engagement session after your trial so that you see how that look looks in pictures. My tip number 5 is be prepared that things go wrong on wedding days. It's real life, and even though you have planned for it for so long, things will go wrong. So be prepared to have a positive outlook. No matter what happens, just know that, okay, I'm ready to be happy on this day and I'm not going to be sad or stressed out. And even if you get stressed out for a few minutes, it's okay. Again, that's real life. We are all people and we all understand. But if you have that preparation for yourself, that it might be rainy, today is rainy, like you cannot change this situation. Things can run late, or people can come late. Something might not look the way you expected it. Your cake might be melting. There are all kinds of crazy things that could be happening. But if you have this preparation within you that you are going to be positive and you're going to enjoy your day to the fullest, this is the best tip that you can remember for yourself. And I also have a bonus tip for you. And that is, trust your photographer and their at times crazy suggestions. You have chosen them for a reason. You saw their portfolio, you saw some sample photos either on Pinterest or in their website or in their social media, and you liked the style and certain things that they're doing. Sometimes they can take you to places and they ask you to do things that don't make sense to you, but there might be a very serious or very important reasons why they're doing it. So sometimes walking far away, or like doing twirls at random locations, or anything else might feel a little weird and very random to you, but they know why they're doing it. And sometimes on wedding days, they cannot explain it to you and like all the technicalities behind what their thought process is, but just go ahead, spend that minute on the crazy thing that potentially could be like, oh, this is so random. But at the end, you will be happy that you did, because photographers know what they're doing.
Awesome, Yana. Thank you so much. When you were talking about just kind of being positive, it made me think my wedding yesterday, as the bride and groom went for their first kiss, her veil just came out.
Oh, no.
And she didn't freak out. She just laughed and kept on going with the first kiss. And when I showed her the shot, she was like, we nailed that kiss. So I think having just like a positive mindset, it's supposed to be happy. Don't worry about all the little stuff. Just be in the moment and be happy.
And sometimes actually negative things can create very beautiful moments that you would never expect that it's going to look this good in video or pictures.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you feel the difference between something online and digital is versus something in print?
Oh, well, they're obviously very different, because with digital, it's very easy to share it. Facebook, Instagram, email, you can share with your family and friends so easily. Within a minute, the whole bridal party and all of the guests from the wedding can see your wedding album. Digital is amazing because, yes, it's very shareable. However, with having an album on your coffee table or having prints or canvases on your walls is so special, because that tangible item is right within reach when you have people coming over. You might not be able to grab your desktop and go show off your pictures, but people, and you might not even, it might not be the topic of the conversation, but people and you will see those photos in front of them and surrounding you, and
Absolutely.
will remind you of those happy moments every day.
When I have couples come to me and we're talking about the difference between photo and video, I always say, I would love for the videos that I make them to just be playing on a loop on their TV, but that's not the reality. So I think there is something to, you have a photo on your mantle so that when you're having a bad day or the kids are yelling at you, you can glance at it and remember your wedding and all the fun stuff.
Could they do digital photos, digital picture frames with video?
They do that. And hey, anybody who wants that, be more than glad to help you out with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think having something that you can just kind of glance at, it's not, digital, you have to actively be like, I'm going to look at my wedding photo today. Yeah. So I think there's something to it.
I agree. I do love prints and canvases and albums they're very easily accessible in the everyday life.
For you on a wedding day, what is something that couples can do that will make it so you can give them your best work?
It's one of the tips that I have mentioned. Having a positive outlook and trusting me is the best thing. Because if they do not want to cooperate on what I tell them to do, then the photos are not going to look like whatever I have in my portfolio. And sometimes it's very difficult when someone is sad or frustrated. It reflects on how I feel as well. And no, I do my best to keep the professionalism and to keep the positive outlook myself. But depending on the day, I understand everyone have their own days that you might not feel the greatest, but yes, keeping it positive and trying to enjoy the time as much as possible is the best thing that couples can do.
Okay. Does doing an engagement session with a couple ahead of the wedding kind of help with things?
Yes. And that's why I used to not have an engagement session within my collection. It was always an add-on. And recently I have added engagement session as a gift to my couples because I feel like it is such a great experience for us to meet in person for the first time. It could be their consultation first and then engagement session when we actually see how we interact each other on a sample photo session. They see what I do to them. I see what it takes me to get them into that comfortable and cozy mode together. So yes, engagement session is very helpful. I agree.
So what is your favorite part of the wedding day to take photos of?
I don't know. I like it all, but I think bride and groom portraits are my favorite because I don't know, they're just so beautiful and so romantic and so fun for me to work with a couple. I feel like most important photos are probably family photos, which I feel like the least creative photos on the wedding because you don't do much. It's the same setup and very simple because those are most important at least in my view. But the funnest, I think, bride and groom portraits. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Yana. And Yana has 5 more quick tips that will help you with your wedding photography.
Tip number 1 is drink your water. No matter what your status within the wedding is, bride or groom or parents, drink your water to stay hydrated and feel good. Tip number 2 for the brides, use the restroom right before you're getting into the dress because it might be a little bit tricky to use the restroom once you are in your dress. Tip number 3 for the brides, or I guess for anyone else, wear comfortable shoes so that your feet don't kill you by the end of the day. Tip number 4 would be for the brides. Whenever you're talking to your florist, ask them to deliver your flowers and all of the boutonnieres to the location where you're getting ready before your photographer gets there. And tip number 5, again for the morning of the getting ready, for the brides and grooms, put all of your details, shoes, cufflinks, your colognes or your perfumes, the rings, all in one location for the photographer to photograph so that you don't have to scramble around and try to rush and look for the small details, and they're all ready for you right there in one place.
Awesome, thank you, Yana. So now we have 10 questions to help our audience get to know you just a little bit better. So so what was your very first wedding shoot like?
It was very exciting and a little bit stressful, but not as stressful as I now realize it should have been. When you're just starting out, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into, and I did not feel the responsibility that I should have felt. But it was good. I enjoyed it very much, and the bride and groom were happy. It was good.
What is the craziest photo you have ever taken at a wedding?
Oh, I don't have any crazy wedding photos. The dance photos are fun and crazy. I had pineapples and I had T-Rexes at the weddings.
What is your least favorite wedding tradition?
I don't have one.
I can tell you mine.
Okay.
It's the garter. The garter is always awkward.
Oh, yes. That I agree with you. I did not even think about. Yes, true. Bouquet toss is more or less okay, but yeah, garter can go really wrong. So I really don't like it.
To all the grooms, don't. If you can't dance, I can't dance. If you can't dance, don't do it. That's the biggest thing. I had one groom. He danced and he was like amazing, like Magic Mike or something. I was like, okay, you can pull this off. It's the only time I've ever used it in
the highlight.
In the highlight, yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few grooms that were really good, but still, the fear that it can go really wrong is that I would like to skip it on most of the weddings.
Okay. What is your favorite TV show?
I don't have one. Oh my goodness, I'm such a boring person. TV show. See, I do not watch. Okay, I do not
You've
watch.
got kids. So it's got to be like PJ Masks or your kids don't watch TV?
They do. When they watch TV, I try to get some work done. I do watch YouTube videos, which is like mommy channels in.
Okay, that counts.
So boring. I'm sorry.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Yes. I have a favorite movie. Score, which is about two guys trying to rob the embassy, not the embassy, I don't know the technical word for it. I like detective stories and like mysteries and things where you have to think about to figure things out. So I like that one.
Okay.
Robert De Niro, I think that's how you say his name is there. And I don't remember the other actor's name, which it's cool. I like it.
Okay. Do you have a favorite book?
Yes. Bible. I'm Christian.
Good answer.
I know, right? If you're Christian, you're supposed to like the Bible. Yeah, I don't like any other like fiction or nonfiction books.
Okay.
And I feel like Bible is the most relatable. There's so
They
much.
say it's the greatest story ever told, right?
Correct. Yeah, there's so many helpful pieces of advice that even if you're not Christian, it's like a very good book to read. It's a historical book for one, and lots of like wisdom pieces that you can pull out of it. So that.
Do you have a favorite photographer?
Photographer, I do. I do have a few. I have a few from locally here, and a few that I learned from a lot. I love, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Mikhail Glabets. He's Russian, so that's why his name is a little bit funny. He's amazing. Caitlin James, Amy Dimas, and her husband, and a few local photographers.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
I think being a mom. I know it's not wedding photography related because most of the brides are not moms, but I feel like wedding is first exciting thing to happen to you, and then becoming a mom is the second, where it becomes your first exciting things because kids are so cute. That's why people keep having them, because they're so adorable. And it's a lot of work, but very, very good.
What is your dream place to shoot a wedding?
Maybe Hawaii. See, I've never thought of dream. Probably somewhere Caribbean or tropical.
What is the best reaction you have ever got from a couple about your work?
I think the best compliment or the best reaction is when people email me, either right away or soon after when they get their gallery, just thanking me, because I understand that life is so busy that we do not get to reply to people to email right away. And when people do take a moment to say thank you, we love our photos, and I mean, there are many more beautiful compliments that people can mention, but like a simple email is wonderful to receive.
Thank you, Yana. That was great.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so fun. Yes, thank you.
And thank you for watching. This was Say Yes to the Best. Thank you again, Yana Shellman. All of her information is below. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, right?
Correct. Yes, I'm on YouTube too.
So all of that will be below. Thank you again, and happy planning.